Sports Wrestling, Dave Brown. We're on ringside. We're ready to go with another big day. You tell them about it, David.
All right, we've got a Southern Tag Team Championship match coming up a little bit later on today. Fire and Flame in here with the titles and challenging for them. Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka should be an excellent.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Those guys, they were so new and all when they went for the international titles. They surprised a lot of people. Fire and Flame better look out because this could be an interesting challenge today.
It could be a good one. In addition, we'll have the King in here. He'll be in our opening match in just a few minutes. The Hillbillies will be here, Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Junior. Also, we'll have Tracy, Smothers, and Paul Diamond. Sato and Goto will be here, too.
All right, golly, we got the makings of another good one. Hope maybe you're ready for it. We are. We'll take time out, and we'll be back with the opening match with the King in just a moment. Ready to go.
Right,
I was listening to the rhetoric in the ring there. Roberson entertaining everybody with all his big mouth. He may not have as much to say as he gets in the ring right now against the King. David, how about the officials?
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match from Memphis, Tennessee at 232 pounds. Over on the left, that's Keith Roberson. And going against him from Memphis, Tennessee at 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Okay, Roberson, a big fella, and he'll be a test for anybody that he is in the ring with. Jerry letting somebody in the front row hold his jacket. Bell time, and here we go, off and running. Jerry Calhoun says, so let's try to keep it clean.
Lawler, just before the match started, handing the Southern Heavyweight Championship belt out of the ring for safekeeping. He's back in the corner there. Roberson, boy, he's pleased with himself. But not now, he's not. Count is 1, 2, 3. This one's over.
Good night.
Roberson, he upset the King back in the corner, and Jerry came walking out of there, tapped him on the shoulder. One right hand put him down in the count of 3. Yeah, there you go. That was it. 28 seconds the time.
He can't. Uh-oh, it's not over with yet. Roberson jumps him from behind. Slamming the King around in the ring. He couldn't believe it was all over with. Here's Lawler. Oh, look out. The pile driver. And referee figures it's justified since Roberson jumped him from behind.
Match was officially over anyway, so.
Keith Roberson slammed by the King. So the official winner is Jerry Lawler. Back in the ring here in just a minute for more of that big old championship wrestling action, and we'll be listening to it. Hey, look at this Wednesday night card for Evansville Coliseum. I got to tell you, what a night it's going to be. A full card that's going to include a Mid-America title match, an International Tag Championship, and an AWA Southern Tag title match. In that one, the team challenging Jerry the King Lawler and Paul Diamond going after the belts currently held by Fire and Flame.
Let me tell you something, Lance Russell. When Eddie Martin came out on this TV in front of all these people and put these stipulations on these belts, right at that time we said, Eddie Martin, you bring that King Jerry Lawler out here, brother, and you put him as a mystery team. We don't care because when we beat him, brother, nobody else will be so readily available to get in that ring with us. But right there in Evansville last week, brother, Paul Diamond from Canada, you stuck your nose in, Jack, where it did not belong. Now, Paul Diamond, if you'll search your memory and you'll go back in time, you'll remember another Canadian is here, brother, and he gave you a good lesson. But he didn't see the light in time, Jack. He got on us, and we put it on him, and now he's gone. Now, Paul Diamond, brother, you got some heavy busy laying down right there in Evansville because we're going to take you out for interfering in our business when we had the king captured, baby, and could do what we wanted to with him. You had to stick that big nose in there, Jack, and right there Wednesday night, we're going to light up your life, brother. I guarantee it. Now, you tell me something, Lance Russell. I have begged for Jerry Lawler. I have told Eddie Martin, put his name on the line on this TV where me and my partner can beat him right there where everybody can see it. And nobody will want to take on the fire, the flame, and the torch. Because, brother, when we beat that king, that's the best. And the people know it's the best. And that way, everybody will be on the run.
Wednesday night, you're going to get your chance to see what you can do. I've seen a lot of guys try, and it'll be interesting to see just what Fire and Flame can do in that defense against Lawler and Diamond Wednesday. I have made the comments before just in passing, and I've had a lot of people say, what are you talking about, the Monster Factory? And maybe a lot of people don't know that Larry Sharp, that's what he calls his training camp for these giants like Bam Bam Bigelow that he goes around and finds. He has one that is no stranger to us. It's a stranger since he's been to the Monster Factory and has been training up there. Man Mountain Link. Oh, yeah, we remember him. He's been up with Larry Sharp at the Monster Factory. Let's refresh your memory in case you don't remember who Man Mountain Link is. He's on the scene with Larry Sharp. Here's some shots of Man Mountain. Link back in the corner after the king. Minutes into the action. It's a long 1-hour time limit match. In Mountain Link, all the aspects of a circus geek came in eating raw chicken. And Lawler, as I said earlier, can never take any of them lightly. I think Jerry, combination of factors, emotionally drained, possibly from the bout with... Yeah, Man Mountain Link. We were just sitting here talking about this guy, and we didn't see. But I got to remind people, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to anyhow. This is the chicken eater.
Chicken, that's what I remember about Man Mountain Link.
I think everybody that remembers Man Mountain Link, this guy eat raw chickens. I couldn't believe it. Okay, let's get off of Man Mountain Link and get in the ring to another real killer. We got another match coming up right now. It's time for it. If we can get a hold of the bell rope here to get going. Boss Winners coming out, and I don't envy his task of getting in there to go against the Killer. Where is he? Kenny D and the Killer. There he is.
What's up, Dane? What's happening, Lance? What's up, baby?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Look, about a year ago, the Killer had an injury, and I've been training him for about a year now, and I haven't unleashed him yet. But you fixing to see, I'm fixing to unleash him. Take notes. Give me a little, give me a lot. Wrestling's our game, and you know we hot, baby. Get that.
You're hot, Kenny. No question about that.
Whoa.
Boy, he starts off by throwing the chair in. The Killer gets in, and Boss Winner did what was smart, and that was get out. Ooh. What do you think, Boss Winners, huh? Kenny D banging the Killer on the head. Now, he's showing the crowd. He is ready. What a strong one this is. Introduction.
All right.
Get it.
Here we go. Let's get it underway here. The Killer out of Louisiana, 275 pounds. Kenny D.
Dotted line, Lance. That's all I got to do.
That's Kenny D right there, his manager. Going against Boss Winner. Boss Winner weighs in at about 228. Whoa. I tell you what, after witnessing that little exhibition there, Had I been boss winners, I think I would probably be about halfway to Dallas about now, or Oklahoma City or someplace. I would be moving west.
There. Killer! Big power slam. He's got Winters down. I believe he could have pinned him right there, but he's not through with him. Whips him across the ring. Spears him coming off the ropes, and I believe that's all she wrote.
Well, it was 41 seconds, and it was all the Killer. Look at Kenny D.
The chair lasted longer than Boss Winters did in there, didn't he? But it had the same result as it went down to a pin and came apart on the floor. Boss Winters trying to get back up and stagger his way back up, but the Killer, with all the big muscles, and his manager, Kenny D. Oh, look at here. This is what happened. Boom. He speared him down. That was just the payoff. 1, 2, 3. Grab your glasses and take off. And that is the way that went. The Killer with a win over Boss Winters. We're ready now for our next match. This one's going to be a tag match with the Hillbillies, the Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Junior. Cousin Junior is no flyweight himself.
No, he isn't small, you're right. But anyone is small compared to the Giant Hillbilly at 420 pounds. But Junior will weigh in at right around 250. Maybe a little over, maybe around 260. This one's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match for parts unknown at 456 pounds, the Red Demons, and going against them at a total of 667 pounds. It's the Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Junior. This one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee, says ring the bell, and we're underway. Cousin Junior out of Pigeon Forge, Kentucky, starting out here.
Forge. And did you notice the way he put the horseshoe in with the ends of it up so the luck wouldn't run out of it?
Hey, that's right.
Asked him about that one night, and he hangs it in the bag over there on the ring post. Number 1, meeting Pigeon Forge, Kentucky's Cousin Junior. And he has been worked over already. We were talking about size comparisons. The Red Demons not in the same league with even one of them.
No, that is a matter of fact. That's true. The total weight of the Red Demons is just slightly more than the Hillbilly weighs by himself. Oh, that's that mule kick he's got there. He makes the tag on the Giant Hillbilly out of Horne Lake, Mississippi.
You go straight into the Giant Hillbilly. Look at that. You won't see that in Olympic wrestling either.
That's true.
But boy, is it effective. Mashing the life right out of the Demon number 2 across the ring, and here he comes. Giant Hillbilly tags Cousin Junior. Look at this. Junior off the ropes. Sits right down on 1, 2, 3. Couple of quick matches.
Minute 43 seconds of time, and it's celebration time. Cousin Junior over the Red Demon. We'll take time out. Be back in just a moment.
And then we got plenty of action around the territory. Friday, October the 3rd, Clarksville, Tennessee at the Northwest High School, sponsored by the Hilldale Civitan Club and the Northwest High School. Tickets are on sale at Commerce Union Bank in Clarksville and also at Lowe's Hardware Center. That's Clarksville, Tennessee, Friday, October the 3rd at Northwest High School. Also on Thursday, October the 16th, Caruthersville, Indiana. More about that as we get a little closer to it. Let me give you the entire card Wednesday night in the Evansville Coliseum. Cousin Jr. will be facing Torch in a single match. The Giant Hillbilly going against Man Mountain Link. A Mid-America title defense, Jet Star challenging Tracy Smothers. Then with no referee in the ring and the international belts on the line, Sato and Goto going against Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka. And the final match, an AWA Southern Tag Team Title Championship defense, Fire and Flame against Jerry Lawler and Paul Diamond. All of that Wednesday night.
Got a special look coming up right here at the team of Tracy Smothers and Paul Diamond, and it begins with some action that occurred right here on Championship Wrestling.
Why don't you call me doctor?
Come on now. Hey, will you guys knock this stuff off? Hey, come on now. Quit that stuff. You guys, you're taking all the guys. All right, JD, I'm telling you.
Tracy Smothers is getting what he deserves. Beat him up.
In that musical video, we're going to see them live in action right here today, and they'll be in a tag match going against Rough and Ready in there. It's Paul Diamond, Tracy Smothers, the Mid-America Heavyweight Champion. We're here physically another mismatch because Smothers and Diamond, what a couple of great physical specimens they are, Dave.
They are indeed. They're going against the team of Rough and Ready. Rough and Ready out of parts unknown. Boss Winner is back out here, but this time he's in the corner, Rough and Ready, instead of in the ring. Total weight of Rough and Ready, 424. Tracy Smothers and Paul Diamond weigh in at 452. Paul Diamond, I think you know, is out of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Tracy out of Springfield, Tennessee. And we are set to go with this one fall, 10-minute time limit match. It's Tracy Smothers starting against Rough and Ready.
Nice go behind, snatched him up and took him down.
Rough under the ropes, out of the ring. Tracy Smothers waiting for him up there. As you pointed out, the actual weight difference here is about 25 pounds, but it looks like more. I mean, Tracy and Paul in tremendous shape.
Good move by Smothers. Reaches over to the corner, tags Paul Diamond. Marries a left and Diamond with an E-lift. Oh, boy.
How about a double take?
Diamond cranks up the arm on Rough as he reaches back to tag Tracy Smothers. That's another advantage of that height. You can reach a lot farther if the necessity is to tag the arm. And
exactly right. And both Tracy and Paul have that height, so they get it works both ways for them.
A little arm bar on Rough, and there's a tag on Paul Diamond.
Hey, you
In and went off the rope. Down, dropping on that arm. Paul Diamond back over in charge for the team of Diamond and Smothers. Referee Jerry Calhoun watching with very little to do at this particular juncture in the match. Diamond up on top. Monkey flips Ruff out. Tracy already taken the tag. Comes over the top rope and into the ring. Big drop kick. Boy, I didn't think he could execute it that close to him.
He
but
was
he
so
did
close.
Get it off.
He did indeed. Looked great.
And another monkey flip exchange as Tracy pops him out of there. Paul Diamond had taken the tag, waits. He's ready for Ruff to get up. He gets up and wham, catches him with a clothesline to put him down underneath the ropes. It's been all Diamond and Smothers in this match with Ruff and Ready. As a matter of fact, Ruff is the only one that's been in there at this point.
They have not made a tag. Ruff has been in there the entire distance, and that entire distance right now is 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
And it's not because Ruff wouldn't like the tag. He just hadn't been in a position to tag. Double backdrop. Over the top goes Tracy, or rather goes Ruff from Tracy Smothers and Paul Diamond. Tracy stopped cold as Ruff goes to the eyes to get him on the rope. There's a tag on Paul Diamond. That'll put an end to that. And as he leaned over to give him the backdrop, Tracy just bulled his way in. Paul Diamond takes over. Double drop kick. Ruff is down. I believe they had a pin there if they wanted it. They are very new together, and they may be looking for as much time working in the ring together as they can because they have just joined forces. There's another tag. From Diamond to Smothers, back to Diamond. Tracy holds him up. Paul comes off with a great drop kick, and there he's down. 2, 3.
Unbelievable. Diamond came off of those ropes with that drop kick. He was way up in the air. Put him down. They got the count of 3 in 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
These are big boys and very agile, and they got an easy win over Ruff and Ready. Timeout. Be back in a moment.
With tag team action here. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit in the ring right now. We are set to go. That's William the Bear Thompson stepping out through the ropes. His partner Van Horne will be starting this match. And the Japanese team, holders of the international belts, Akio, Sato, and in the ring right now, Tarzan Goto. Their manager Tojo Yamamoto with a kendo stick wandering at ringside. You can see him there in the background. He walks around the ring. He is over in an area where he has absolutely no business being. He's supposed to be all the way around here on the other side of the ring, seated in a chair. Meanwhile, the Japanese team makes a tag. Akio Sato with a body slam on Van Horne. That was a right fist. He planted it right on the side of his jaw. Oh, reverse neckbreaker by Akio Sato. Van Horne on the mat. There's a cover. Counts at 1, 2. Van Horne able to kick out of it at the 2 count. I thought he might have had him there for the 3 count with that reverse neckbreaker. He got a good one on it.
Kind of interesting that Akio Sato is starting this bout. Normally, Goto is the one that starts the action off, but Sato turns it over now to Goto, and Van Horne is still in there.
Van Horne looked like he was starting for the corner. He's got the Bear, William Thompson, over in his corner. Thompson, a big guy out of Arkansas, 270 pounds. There's a tag made, and here comes the Bear. Van Horne, not too small himself. Got some good weight on him. Not nearly as big as Thompson. Tarzan Goto put him down to the mat, picks him up now. Oh, he's got him up in the air and slams him. Boy, he picked him straight up off the mat.
Powerful guy, as Tarzan Goto is, with a hard head, too, like a battering ram. They use that to good advantage in the match. Ooh, Sato kicked him right in the face. Picks him up, chops him, and the Big Bear having a hard way to go with the Japanese champion. Did I see Yamamoto nail him? It was so quick, I just thought I had...
Yamamoto smacked him in the back with that kendo stick while he was on the ropes back there. What Tojo's doing now, you may be able to see him, and you can hear it from time to time. He smacks the middle rope with that kendo stick. So that way, when he hits a wrestler, the referee thinks, well, he's just hitting the ropes over there again.
The Bear just kicked out of it with Goto. Goto had a 2 count on him. That's a good point, Dave. That's some more of the tactics that the referee has to contend with. William the Bear Thompson back on his feet. Goto whips him across the ring. And a knee planted on Goto. A tag on Van Horne. Van Horne goes with a drop kick on Goto. Uh-oh. Came in too quick. Goto wheeled that leg up and nailed him straight on. There's the tag on Sato.
Watch out for Sato. Boy, at this stage of the match, he's one of the most dangerous men you'll find in a wrestling ring.
Yes, sir. He does know how to put him away. Big slam. Goto comes in without benefit of the tag. He grabs hold of Van Horne as Tojo distracts the referee. Sato in the air. Ooh, good night. Goto, Holden, and Sato came right off the rope, dropped down on him. That's going to be it. 1, 2, 3.
Van Horne and Bear Thompson gave him quite a battle there for a minute or so, but then the Japanese team took over and methodically won the match. 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
3:25, the winners, the international champs in a non-title bout. Tojo Yamamoto puts a parting shot on the leg of Van Horne. We'll take time out. Be back in a moment. Wednesday night, Evansville Coliseum, son of a gun, a full card with 3 title matches, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to enjoy every single one of all of the bouts coming up. Big one, AWA Southern Tag Championship belts on the line. It's when Jerry the King Lawler and Paul Diamond will be going in a challenge against the team of Fire and Flame. This is a big move, Paul.
Sure is. I understand Fire and Flame a little upset about me interfering in their match.
They didn't like it one bit.
Well, let me tell you, anytime I see 4-on-1, yes, this young Canadian punk, as you called me, is going to make it his business to stick his nose in there and do the best he can to defend anybody that's in there. So Wednesday night, brother, in Evansville, I will be there, and I will do everything in my power to make those belts belong to the King and I.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. They're talking about, we've been waiting to get a hold of the King. Now they got him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Fire and Flame. You know, it's real easy to stand out here on an interview and run those mouths of yours and tell everybody how bad you want a little piece of the King. That's real easy, brother. But we're going to see how easy it comes Wednesday night when you have to stand in that ring and face me face to face, eyeball to eyeball, and not come from the back and jump on me from behind like you did last week, brother. We'll see how easy it comes then. Now, you can stand out here and you can run your mouth and you can call Paul Diamond a young punk. But I'll tell you one thing, just like he said, there's a young punk right there that can handle not the 2 of you, but all 3 of you. And bring that torch down to ringside. You sit him down there, brother, because I'll tell you what, and I'm telling you this right now, Paul, if they want to sit that jerk at ringside, we'll get Jeff Jarrett, we'll get Pat Tanaka, we'll get everybody on the card if we have to. We'll have 1 or 10 in our corner because we're not going to stand there and we're not going to let the 3 of you switch in and out like you do every week and cost us the titles, brother. We got your names on the dotted line. We got a shot at the Southern Tag Team belts. We got 1 shot to do it. We got to prove it to the people, and we're going to make the best of it. So you shine those belts up, and you back up all the talk you can, and you be there in Evansville Wednesday.
Russell, out here a while ago, I heard these people talking, but I want to tell all them people at Jonesboro tonight there is going to be some booty kicking, brother, and it's going to be the fire, the flame, and the torch doing it.
AWA Southern Tag Championship bout.
Tell you what, Jeff Jarrett, Pat Tanaka coming in here trying to take the belts away from the big team of Fire and Flame. At a total of 401 pounds out of Nashville, Tennessee, Jeff Jarrett. Pat Tanaka, his partner, is out of Hawaii. They are challenging for the belts held by a team from parts unknown that weighs in at 603 pounds. That's Fire and Flame. And they also have in their corner today Torch. Torch is going to have to stay out of it. For one thing, he doesn't have a belt. So he's going to have to stay out of there. And for another thing, of course, he has no business interfering in the match anyway.
Yeah, but watch that son of a gun. He looks so much in that outfit. He looks so much like Fire and Flame. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Jeff Jarrett starts it off. Fire is the opener. Beautiful drop. Whoa, boy, he is right through the rope. What a surprise. I don't think that big guy thought there was any way in the world that Jarrett was going to be able to get him outside that ring. Man, he drop-kicked him so solid.
They just made a change without a tag, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's Flame in there right now. I think Jeff is trying to explain to the referee that he knocked Fire out of the ring, and then Flame is the one that came walking back in. The crowd is explaining, and Flame is saying, hey, y'all be quiet over here. Don't tell him. Flame stays in there.
Nice reversal. Body slam on Big Flame. Tanaka zinging him with the right hand. Yeah, there's Torch.
There he goes. That's Torch. He just stepped in there.
No, that's Fire.
No, you're right. You're right. It is Fire. Confusing. Can you imagine a referee if we're that confused down here?
Absolutely. Even when you sit there and study him the way Dave and I are doing, it is so hard to tell them apart. Fire back in there with Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff kicked him back nicely. Look at Jeff go.
He was ready to hook him again, and Fire said, time, hold it. Now a little switcheroo. There's Torch. When he came outside the ring, I started watching Torch to be sure that we got it right, and that's true. That's who that is in there right now.
Yep. What we're looking at here is a tag team match that's got 3 against 2. Right. They have 3 men that they can send in there, Fire, Flame, and Torch.
That's exactly right. You're calling it. It's a handicap match is what it is.
Jeff Jarrett not backing up from him, I tell you. Nice drop kick by Jeff Jarrett.
Boy, he's got a dandy. Man, he's got so much power in his leg. One of the things that made him a super basketball player, and he still is, as a matter of fact.
All right, Fire is back in there now. Torch has retaken the seat over in the corner.
No, referee said, are you the one in? Were you the one in there? Oh. Jeff got out of the way, and Fire zipped right in with that knee and hit Flame.
Yeah, Torch denying emphatically that he was in the ring there. That is Fire in there right now.
Jeff was talking about him going into the tights, thought he had something in his hand, but referee didn't see anything. Pat Tanaka has not been in as yet. And if this match, yeah, we'll just have to keep the tape going and show you this because our time is running out. can promise you we will tape the conclusion of this one.
Fire out of the ring, and here's Torch. That is Torch back in there. Flame is seated right there, over on the left of your screen in that chair. He's the legal man in the ring. But how can you tell? I mean, it's difficult. I'm sure that even watching at home, it's difficult for you to tell them apart. And again, remember the referee. That's Akio Sato jumping in the ring. Here comes Goto. Oh, that's a shame, because not only is the match over now, or not only is the fall over, it's going to end on disqualification. Tojo with a kendo stick beating up on Jeff Jarrett, while Sato and Goto, those big boards, they just broke that one over Jeff Jarrett's head. There's another one they broke over Pat Tanaka's head. They have pounded on Jeff Jarrett over here.
This thing stop.
It is 6 against 2. Here come the Hillbillies. Cousin Jr. and the Giant Hillbilly.
Boy, that'll even sides up in a hurry, as with those boards, Sato and Goto were pounding on Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka. Fire, flame, Sato, Goto.
I want him in the back, man.
Jeff, you know, we're out of time right now. We're gonna have to take our time out.
Tojo, I can take anything you bring on, brother. I can take anything you just have. Come on right now. Come on. You think you're so bad? You think we're cowards? I ain't running from you. I'm right here. I'm not running from you. Tojo, let me tell you something. You might have won this battle, but the war's far from over.
I can't blame them for being excited and hot about it, but Yamamoto has no intentions of coming back out. Our intentions are we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Now, and I need your help. See, I bought this furniture store, and my warehouse is way overstocked with first-quality, name-brand furniture that I got to sell immediately to raise cash fast. So you help me, and I'll help you to the furniture buy of a lifetime. Like these big man recliners from just $97. All wood dinettes, only $129. This 5-piece living room group is only $4.99. So come on down, help me whip up on high prices with the best deals in town and free financing for a year. That's Lawler's Discount Furniture, 1500 North Garvin here in Evansville. Hurry and save.
Okay.
They ain't got no business out here.
Well, they are out there. It was an expiration of time match. I grant you that's the way. Uh-oh, Tanaka. Across the way with a board. Everybody's getting armed now. I hope we can get this thing cooled down. Southern Tag titles were at stake in an expiration of time match with Jeff and Pat. And against Fire and Flame, the champions. And, of course, I think you saw probably at the beginning, at the end of the last match, Sato and Goto came out with those boards and started breaking them over the heads of everybody. Sato and Goto were leaving. Cousin Jr. and the Giant Hillbilly, who have certainly no love for Fire and Flame, are still out here with Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka. I don't think we're going to see a lot of action officially until we get to, Sato and Goto come back out. Now, we were going to try to have and get into a second fall for this Southern Tag Championship belt, the first one being lost on disqualification. Junior over there with Fire. Flame is pushing him into Junior, and he says, hey, quit that. And up here, Jeff Jarrett waiting on Sato and Goto. Yamamoto armed with a kendo stick. That's Tanaka going after Goto you're looking at.
Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Jr. running Fire and Flame and Torch. I think
what we have is prelude to pandemonium here. We don't have a second ball. We don't have anything but about 8 guys who'd like to get in there and grind each other's head off.
Now, the Japanese team that looked like they were starting for the dressing room, but now here they come back. Sato talking to Mile a minute. Now maybe they have left the area now. It seems that the Japanese team is gone.
But Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Junior are still down here running their mouth at fire and flame, so that as long as you have that unbalanced situation, there is no way that we're going to be able to get another fall underway. Okay, now we got it down.
Fall number 2.
I'm being a little optimistic when I say that it's down to even numbers now, because it isn't with Torch out here. Fire and Flame have a one-man advantage over Jarrett and Pat Tanaka.
Tanaka in there now against Flame. But up on the ring apron is Torch, and Fire is down on the floor.
This is Fire down here. That's Torch
Fire.
up
That's
there.
Torch up on the ring apron.
What an advantage when you've got a guy out there who's fresher than anybody to be able to rotate in. In the air, Pat Tanaka slammed down. Torch goes down, but he's right back up with an elbow.
Tanaka into the double elbow off the rope.
Fire takes over. Flame is down on the floor. Tanaka caught with 2 counts, but he kicks out.
That's Torch coming in. Pat Tanaka rolled out of the ring through the ropes. Oh, look out.
Tanaka slammed down into our announce table.
Wow.
Jeff Jarrett comes down to help his partner out. Referee trying to get Flame to stay away from him. In the heat of the battle, he doesn't recognize and doesn't really probably remember that this initially was Fire and Flame defending the belt. I'm sure there'll be an official objection filed on the Fire and Flame tactics in here with the 3 guys in a championship situation. We still got plenty of time, and this was set up as an expiration of time match. And of course, that simply means that the team with the most balls at the end of the expiration of time will be the victor. Uh-oh, look out.
Yeah.
Sato and Goto came back in the studio wrestling area.
With boards in their hands.
With boards, correct. Oh, boy. Tanaka flying through the air. Big knee dropped down. These guys are so big. That's Flame in there now. 300-pounders. Tanaka trying to drill his way back into contention here. They won the first fall, but by disqualification. Jeff Jarrett with a big high drop kick. Takes the big guys over. You wonder, you know what kind of great shape Tanaka and Jarrett are in, but you wonder if constantly having to wrestle around guys that weigh around 300 pounds isn't just going to tire them out, Dave.
I think it has to, especially when you consider that Fire, Flame, and Torch have that ability to put 1 extra fresh man in there. They get double the rest time that Pat and Jeff get.
Count of 2 on Jeff. Oh, boy, oh, boy. He just threw him up for grabs and let him drop right on his back. Count of 2, and Jarrett kicks out of it. Another suplex, stands him, and a big high one. Down he goes. Fire getting a 1-2, and that's all.
Jeff down here on the floor, and there are 2 of them after him down here. Jeff battling for his life. That's Torch and Flame working on him. There's a referee down here trying to use it up. Oh, look out. Referee saw Goto and ran him out of here again. Meanwhile, Flame and Torch continue to work on Pat Tanaka. Fire has just thrown Jeff Jarrett over the top rope. Jeff is down on the floor. Pat Tanaka rolled back in the ring now. Look out, there's Jeff, and sneaking up on him is Tarzan Goto with a board. And again, the referee sees him and sends him back out of here. Not doing Pat and Jeff any good. Look out, there's Sato and Goto.
And there's Cousin Junior. Thank goodness, because they were just getting ready to attack Jeff Jarrett.
But meanwhile, Fire, Flame, and Torch have really worked over Pat Tanaka in the ring. Pat and Jeff in trouble here in this fall. Upper arm by Flame. And a cover. 1, 2. Yep, just a 2 count. Pat hangs in there. Got the right shoulder up off the mat at the count of 2. Crowd pulling for Pat. Pat Tanaka, he in trouble. Knee to the back. Fire, Flame, and Torch have taken control of this second fall of action. First fall went to Jeff Jarrett and Pat Tanaka on disqualification. Look at Pat, he rolls him down. 1. Only a 1 count. Flame able to get the shoulders up at the count of 1. It looked real good for a minute, like Pat might be able to hold him there for the 3 count. Tanaka off the ropes, and a double backdrop into the rope. Tanaka thrown all the way across that ring. Fire, Flame, and Torch really working on Pat Tanaka. That's Fire in there right now. They make a tag, and this is Flame coming back in. Flame hammers Tanaka down to the mat. Picks him up by the hair.
Much time. We got about 20 seconds.
There's a tag made.
Our time is running out, Dave, as we're getting close to the expiration of time. And as it stands now, with the only fall having been won by Jarrett and Tanaka by disqualification, they still will not get the titles. What they needed to do was to win it. Our time is out, and that's going to be it. Time is up. We're out of time.
Yep, time is up. You're right. That first fall ended. That first fall ended on disqualification, and the belts don't change hands on a disqualification. You got to win them outright on a pin.
What they had to do was to win a fall and then get to eliminate the disqualification, and then really come back and win 2 falls is what they needed to do.
Right.
Under the expiration of time format. So it was quite a battle, which was marred by outside interference by Sato, Goto, and Tojo Yamamoto. When they came in with the boards and started bashing around, they cost Fire and Flame the first fall. But by the disqualification, they don't lose the belts in it. Then came Cousin Junior and the Giant Hillbilly. And son of a gun, it just went on from right there, huh?
It sure did. We had a battle at the end of the first fall. We had another brawl almost got started here at the beginning of the second fall. By the way, as the referee was leaving the ring, he did confirm that Jeff and Pat win the match, but they don't get the belts because it was on disqualification. So that's official.
That is a sad situation in terms of having won the belt and gone through the punishment and all that, and won the bout, and then still not be able to get the belts. Okay, how about a recap on the rest of the action
The
today,
King,
David?
Jerry Lawler, defeated Keith Roberson. It was the Hillbillies, Giant Hillbilly and Cousin Junior, defeating the Red Demons. The Killer beat Boss Winters. It was Tracy, Smothers, and Paul Diamond over Rough and Ready. Sato and Goto with Tojo Yamamoto defeating William the Bear Thompson and Van Horne. And then that match we were just talking about with the belts at stake.
Yeah, I'm glad we did get enough time to be able to have some action in there. Unfortunately, it was kind of interfered with the outside interference, but it still was plenty of action. We love to be back next week. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.